Hello and welcome back. Although if I'm honest, at this point, I should be saying that to myself. Welcome back. Um, yeah, I'll explain the prolonged absence, and then we'll get back to. I'm not going to say a normal schedule, if I'm honest. You'll get to understand why in a second. But a puzzle that's very aptly named today, A Perfect Time. So, a few months ago, you'll remember I told you about Nini, our second dog, and how she's got glaucoma. So she lost an eye back in October of last year. And really, since then, we've been trying to keep the remaining eye for as long as possible. We did a few surgeries to try and help that. She did eventually go blind. We restored her vision. Luckily, we caught it early enough by installing what's called a valve that would essentially allow to release the pressure. But eventually that failed as well. Been about a month since all of that has happened. She's adjusted, frankly, phenomenally. She's really adjusted very well. I'd say I'm the one that's struggling to adjust, if I'm honest, compared to her. But you can imagine just teaching a relatively old dog, she's 10 years old, kind of completely new trick at this point of trusting the fact that you'll be able to direct her, making sure that she remains safe, getting used to a new world where she's not able to see, when some of the things that she used to love was just chasing squirrels in parks. So yeah, definitely an adjustment period. Anyway, on a brighter note, she's well, she's alive, she's healthy, and with the summer back to doing her favorite thing of just rolling around in the grass in the park. So there are definitely more than silver linings, I think, to all of this story. A perfect time to post yet another puzzle video. And today's puzzle is from a constructor I've never come across before, Ed. But when I saw the clock face, the title, the perfect time, the clock, when you actually see the puzzle, does read 6:25, and there's a couple of white croppy dots that almost looks like a frowny face, so it felt like a perfect match. Anyway, let's take a look at today's puzzle and rule sets with A Perfect Time by Ed. So what do we have here? We've got, it doesn't say in the rules, but I'm going to assume normal Sudoku rules apply. And then we've got a modular line here with the teal color line. Thick gray lines, thermometer, yep. Killer cages, yep. Crop keys, yep. And then the X. I think you guys know what all of that means, but quick walkthrough for the few of you that probably don't. Sudoku, every row, every column, if I can actually draw one or select one, and every box, every 3x3 box here, needs to be made up of the digits 1 to 9 once each, no repeats. Then we've got the modular line. So a teal line is a modular line. Every set of 3 digits along the line must contain one of 147, one of 258, and one of 369. So if you think modular 3, as in the remainder of dividing by 3, it could be a remainder of 1, and 4 would be the same. Essentially, you're left with a remainder of 1. Could be a remainder of 2, or of course it could be a perfect division with like a remainder of 0. In this case, that would be 3, 6, and 9. And each one, let's say that this happens to be 1, 4, not 7 then. That was a terrible selection. 1, 2, and 3 means that the next cell has to be from 1 of 1, 4, and 7, so that every 3 cells has 1 of 258, 1 of 369, and 1 of 147. Thick gray line as a thermometer. Digits must increase along the line starting from the bulb end. That's the bulb. If that's a 2, this has to be 3 or larger. And if this is, let's say, a 4, this would have to be a 5 or larger. Fairly straightforward. Then we've got the digits in a cage add up to the number in the top left. So these 3 cells have to add up to 12. These 3 cells have to add up to 11. So I've already got 3. These 2 cells have to be 8, and I've already broken it with my example. And the white dots separate consecutive digits. So if this cell, for example, is a 3, this would have to be 2 or 4, so that it is indeed consecutive. Last but not least, the X separates digits that add up to 10. If that's 2, that would be an 8. And these two cells add up to 10. That's all the rules we have for today. It's got a 1-star difficulty rating. I mean, I can see with so many given digits, this should be a relatively easing into solving puzzles regularly once again. Regularly, I'm not going to make any commitments to a particular schedule just yet. But anyway, long intro aside, as always, to play along, link in the description down below for you to do so. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock, see how I get on. So easiest thing with these types of lines is just color them. Green, purple, orange, and then we know that the colors will repeat so that every 3 cells has the same. So green, 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 green. Avoid making a mistake like I'm about to here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. These are all greens. And then right next to them is purples. And then the last ones are the orange. And the reason I'm saying this feels like it'll be a highly approachable puzzle is because we already know that greens are from 1, 4, and 7. That's been given to us by the clock face. And that oranges are 2, 5, and 8, as you can see. So we've got a lot of this already figured out. Just being careful when I say that. 3 or 9 up here. It could be a 9, and then 1 and 2 to get to 12. So feasible, 3, 6, 9. I'm just going to label all of these. This is 1 or 7, 4 obviously in the column, 5 or 8, 2 in the column. This is 3, 6, or 9, all of which are still available here. 1 or 4, the 7 is taken in the row. 2 or 8, the 5 is taken. 3, 6, or 9. Yeah, 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7. This is actually helpful with the killer cage, as you can see. 3, 6, 9, 2, 5, 8. I just don't want to make any mistakes right now. I'm just being careful as I put in the possible digits. Right, so that 1 would require a 9 to get to 10, which is not available, so that's gone. The 4 would require a 6, which is available, and the 7 would require a 3, which is available. 8 with a 1, 2. Is it 1, 2? Yeah. To get to 11, feasible. Same as we said, 9 with a 1, 2, also feasible. Can't be both, because if it's 9 and 8, these would have to be 1 and 2. And then obviously we've got a 2 in here. So we know it's not 2 high digits, but that's all we know for now. Notice, actually, 3, 6, 9, triple. So interesting. Quite helpful. Quite strange that all the options are purple and green. I'll come back to that later. It's intriguing, that's all. Wondering why that is the case, that this is forced. Thermometer, we haven't really thought about that yet. So if this is 9, 8, 7, and 6 is not available, and you can't have 5, because obviously to get to 10 you would require a double 5 breaking Sudoku. So the maximum this is 4, 1, or 2. And then obviously the matching set, well, that can't be 4 because that's not a 6. So this is 1 or 2, and this is 8 or 9. Don't have a lot more info though to complete this. Like, I'm not going to pencil mark all the options from 1 through to 9 here. That's just silly. The fact that this is not an 8, so a maximum of 7, a maximum of 6, still a ton of options, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I don't really want to pencil mark that either. Remember how I was saying this is a nice easing in puzzle? I'm going to take it all back. 3, 6, 9 definitely limits what we can do with the white crockies, doesn't it? Essentially what we have is a green and orange, a green and an orange. Because obviously we've already placed all the purples. but they can't be from the same modulus group and still be only one apart, clearly. Is that remotely useful? I don't think it's remotely useful. No ones. I honestly don't know what I'm doing here. Right, so this is not 1, 2, or 3, this cell, or 5. So, I mean, the options are actually surprisingly limited. It's not 5, it's not 6, it's 7 or 8, and it's not 9. So it's actually very few options. And then if it's a 4, this has to be a 5, because 3 is not available. If it's 7, this can't be a 6, this would have to be 8. And if it's 8, this can't be a 9, it would have to be a 7. So severely limited options on this white crocodile. Less severe here, just because we don't have the 1, 2, and 5 eliminating options, just the 3, 6, and 9. Let's think. Could this be a 1, 2 pair? Because so far in all of our pencil marks, none of these could be 1 or 2. Yeah, so 1 and 2 have to be inside these 3 cells. Meaning, if you ignore the fact that 1 and 2 can be in here, one of the 1 and 2 has to be in there. If it's a 1, it's joined with a 2. If it's a 2, it's joined with a 1 because the 3, 6, 9 are not available, and the 3 specifically. So I think this is a 1, 2 pair. And it's forced. So if this is 4, 5, this would be a 7, 8 pair. And obviously if this is a 7, 8 pair, this is 4 and 5. Starts to get tricky with the 12 cage, but not quite. Two, 8, 1, 9. I mean, is this remotely useful? Am I overthinking this? 5 cells that add up to 22. It's not exactly minimal, but bear in mind that one of them has to be quite high. An 8 or a 9. So if you just remove the lowest version of that, the 8 for a second, 22, the remaining cells, 4 cells, have to add up to 14. I'm going to say that requires a 1. 2, 3, 4, 5 is 14. Never mind, it doesn't require a 1. Without the 6 as well, it feels like options are limited. That there has to be a 1 or 2 in here. In fact, there is only one. Well, we've already got one of them. That can't be 1. And yeah, we already established we don't have to have both. I feel like I'm barking up the wrong tree. I've done a lot of talking, not a lot of output. 8 minutes in and not a single digit. Yeah, I'm very rusty. Very rusty. I'm going to say it was 98% rated as of the time of recording, so it should be a phenomenal puzzle. And I don't want to force it, so to speak. It's clearly some phenomenal trick that I'm just not seeing just yet. And I just need to see it. So I'm just double checking classic Sudoku for a second. Because we do have some really odd things happening with so many given digits in the columns and rows. where you end up in this cell where it's not 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. So, you know, it's severely limited on choices. It's like anemic almost. And then the same here. It's not 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. It's one of 1, 8, or 9. So we've got some interesting classic Sudoku. It's not normally what I leap to, and why I tend to take a long time sometimes if it's the required break-in. There's the fact that this is 1 or 2 force anything in here. So we've already established 8 with 1 and 2 pair works. Now 2 would require a 1 here and would force an 8. So far I have a 1, 2. If that's 8, that would be 2, that would be 1. If that's the 2, I mean, that could still be, I mean, because that's 1 or 2. So if that's 2, that would have to be the 1. That would be the 2, and then that would be the 8. And the last option we haven't really thought about is the 5, which I think will leave me with a ridiculous number of options to pencil mark. So we've got 5, meaning I'm left with 6 here, and it can't be, and it could be 2, 4, and it could be 1, 5. No, it can't be another 5. It would have to be 2, 4. So that's the full set of options, isn't it? 5 requires a 6 to get to 11, and then 1, 5 is obviously not available, so it would be 2, 4. 2, this would have to be a 1 from the 1, 2 pair option, and this would be 8, and then 8. Yeah. I'm not getting a lot back. Now, this is no longer a 9, because that's not a 1, 2 pair. That was there for the taking ages ago. So that's a 3, meaning these two cells add up to 9. My options are obviously 1, 8, 2, 7, 4, 5. 3, 6 are gone from the column. This is not the 1 or 2. No, in fact, there is no 2. So 2, 7 is gone. So it's essentially 1, 8, and 1, 8 can only be 1 and 8, or 4, 5. And it feels like, for some reason, 4, 5 is much more likely. What's wrong with 1 and 8? It breaks the 10. It's not 1 or 9 or 2, 8. It breaks both options. So this is a 4, 5 pair, meaning that's not a 5, that's not a 4, that's 7, 8. And then if you remember, this would end up being 4, 5. And then our first digit, oh, well, the 3 was there a while ago. It just took us a long time. That's 5, 4, 5. Hasn't helped us with this list. And we haven't eliminated any options in here, have we? Not really. 4 in here has made this a 7. 8, 7, not 8. Not 5 either. 1, 2, not 2. So 2, 1, and 8 definitely works. 2, 4, and 5 also works. So 2, 1. So this is not an 8 anymore. It's essentially what I'm saying. 2, 5, 4, 2, 1, 8. Yeah. And I think we're kind of done towards the top section. This is a 6, 9 pair. I don't know if I'm going to keep coloring, by the way. It's not helping me, he says as he colors. All that's really proven is that there's another green, there's another purple. Yeah, not helpful. Could this be 3? Possible. More likely the 3 is in here, but likely it's not good enough. In the column, Both options remain. Right, this cell is, if I remember, the maximum was 6 previously, because that's not 8. So this would have to be a 7, a 6, and then 2 is not available. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6. Still a ridiculous number of options to pencil mark. This could be 2. I mean, again, but this could be 9, and this could be 8. So yeah, we're not doing that. What other obvious things am I missing? $15. And 7 is in here. 1 is there. Yeah, I'm not. We should be able to continue from what we've had in here. I'm just not seeing the next step just yet. And so far, we've not pencil marked 7 in column 5, but it's not a lot to go on. 2, 8. Sleuth. Sometimes I think I'm just better off enabling whatever the setting is in this app where it just checks and shows you obvious things you're missing like that. That's just a waste of your time and mine, really. So what do we have left in the column? 1, 7, 9, and I'm going to say 6. This is not 1 or 7. This is 6 or 9. And this is any of them, isn't it? Again, the color, not helpful. So this is now not a lot of options, but I mean, it could still be as high as 6 and therefore as low as 2. Yeah, I'm not getting it. Half tempted to just enable pencil mark checking. No shame in it, I guess. So what am I missing in here? Another purple, another 3, 6, 9, an 8 and a 4. I just can't place any of them. Can't even like pencil mark any of them. And this is a ridiculous number of options. 5, 6, 7, 9. Not 6. So as ridiculous as that sounds, fewer than some of the other things I've already pencil marked. So you see, if this is 6, that would be 9. And then that would break. Why is that? And it's not 8. Why is that not 7? It absolutely could be 7. It just couldn't be 8. And it's not 6 or 6. Goodness. 3, 4, 5 possible. 5 in here. Not 4. Therefore, this is not 5. We went from like a large number of options down to just 2 digits. Well, how am I missing so many obvious things? Sudoku says 1, says 9, says 6. And then we have a 1-7 pair, I'm going to say. 9, not 1. 2, 3, 4. So essentially we've got 2, 3, 4, 8 in here, meaning that's another 2, 3, 4. This is 2, 3, 8. Yeah, the pencil marks are definitely not helping me. That's 6. That's 7. That's 9. And then again it breaks this cell. So that is not 6. So this is 2, 7, 8. That's not 8. So far, I've not pencil marked 3 or 4 anywhere in here. So yeah, they're not there. This is not 4, and it's not 3. So is that really a 3, 4 pair? And this is 3, and 4, and 2. That feels a bit ridiculous, but I mean, I'll take it. And then obviously a 4 in here. And then these cells, well, that's now a 9, just Sudoku. 6. Not helpful with the 6. And then these 2 cells are 5, 5, 6 pair. Not 5. And then 2, 3, 4. I've done a mistake somewhere. Oh yeah, I've already got the 2. Yeah, there you go. 7, 8. So 3, 4, 7, 8. I mean, and then that 8 tells us that's the 8. That is not an 8. Hasn't been for a while. And this is 3, 4, 7. 4, 7 in here. Full set of options there. We got any more shenanigans I'm missing? No. Progress. Very slow progress though. Like I normally expect once you sort of break in, you'd pick up a bit of pace, but it could be that I'm just... I mean, it's definitely the case that I am very rusty. I mean, 2, 7 pair. Come on, sleuth. 5, 9. Not 9. Not 9. 2, 7, 2, 3, 4. Not helpful. Not 6. 6 in here. 4, 3, 7. All good still. Other than the 4, don't really share digits. 4, 6. 1, 8. Nope, can't see it. Doesn't seem like it's forcing a decision. So up here, I need a 3, another 1, 4, 7, and an 8. 4 could absolutely be here. 4. So I mean another 3, 9. No 9s. No 3. But 4 and 8 are kind of free agents, really. I am probably missing more classic Sudoku. Like 5. Oh, it's already there. Never mind. 9's up here. No 8. No 8 in any of these. A forced 8. I'm just gonna double check all of my classic Sudoku for obvious things. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. No 3. Definite 3 is a 3. Therefore a 9. And therefore 4 and 8. Yeah. Two, 3, 6, 1, 7. Notice not 1, 7. So this is the 2 or 6. And therefore this is the other 1, 7. 1, 7 pair. 4, 8 in the column. Over here another 2, 6. And then 4 and 9. 9 is here. 4 and 9. So 2, 6, and 4. Not a 2. Have another 1, 7 in here. Need a 5. That's it, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, and 5. Yeah. No 7. Still 2 places for 7. $26. I am going to be curious around just how rusty I am, so I am going to suggest, not going to ask, no pressure. If you don't mind sharing your time down in the comments below, just to see how out of practice I am. So there's definitely a 9 in here in this, and therefore not a 9 there, which was the case a while ago. And this is 4, 5, or 8, not an 8. So this is 4 or 5. 3, 6 pair. 1, 4, 5, 7. This cell, still any of them. It's going to be more classic Sudoku that I just need to pay attention to. Another 2, 4, 6, another 1, 7, and a 5. And the 5 could be in any of them. One of these is a 5. Yeah, the 5 can still be here. Not forcing anything. No X-wing, nothing. In the 9. And therefore 1, 2, 6, or 7 is just 1, 2, 6. 9 in the column does nothing. All the 9s are done, but Doesn't feel like I've really learned a lot. So I'd definitely be curious about something. And again, comments very welcome. Am I just being slow, or am I missing a more obvious solution path? Like I said, normally with puzzles, as you unblock things, it flows normally a lot more naturally for me. And I admit I am very rusty, but it shouldn't be that rusty. 3-6 pair in a column that, I'm struggling to place anything. No eights. No eights in here. Why is there no 8 in there? I think that's just missing options, isn't it? So 1, 4, 7, 8, and this could be any of them, including an 8. I'm not going to pencil mark that. It's not a 5, however. Goodness me. 5, 2, not 5, not 2, is a 5. 5s. So we need... What can this cell be? I think any of the remaining options, isn't it? It's not 3 or 6, so it's 1, 2, or 7, not 2, it's just 1 or 7. Now the color's finally helpful. That's all the green's done. So that's not a 4. That's a 3, that's a 6, that's a 4. That's not 4, therefore that is 3. 4 in here forces 1 and 8, and 4 and 8, and this cell is now known to be 7. These 3 are now just known. 3, 4, 6, not a 3. Another 1, 7, a 5, and an 8. Nope, not helpful. 4, 5 in the row. Nope. I mean, the 5s, they line up. Why did I not put 5 as an option in here is a question. I think that's a mistake again. So another 2, 4, 6, a 1, 7, and a 5. Yeah, can't really limit any of them. 3, 4, 6 triple. Therefore there is another 1, 7, and a 5 in here. So this is 1 and 5, and this is 1, 5, 7. 2, 3, 6. I mean, we already know the 3 is down here. Another 2 and 6 up there, followed by another 1, 5, 7. No 4s. 4 is here. Yeah, 4 is anywhere. 1, 5, 7. We've already done that. Nope. Three, of course, gave me 6. 3, 2, 6. 4, 2. 6 is somewhere in here. Lining up with the 5, 6 pair. No 6s, therefore 4, 3, 6. If I can type. 4 gave me 7. 4, 3. 1, 5, 7, the 5, 6. Okay, 1, 5, 7, and something else. An 8. The 8 is in here. And 1 or 5. That's a 1, 5 pair. That's a 7. That's a 1, 2, 4, 7. I think I'm done, but I've made this look way harder than it should be. Like way harder. This is not 1 or 7, it's just 5. 1, 5. That's 1, 6, 5, 6, 7, and we're done. 34 minutes. I think the main thing that's been, like, if I probably enabled pencil mark checking, I probably would have solved this puzzle a lot quicker. So main thing is not doing enough classic Sudoku and not enough kind of invalidating all of my pencil marks as I kept going. So probably more just rustiness rather than any fundamental logic thing that I'm missing. But looking forward to your comments, and stay tuned to the next video. I think I can probably get back to a weekly cadence, but I don't want to make promises that I may not keep once again. And hopefully same time next week. Bye-bye for now.